Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and I thought it was time for an update for the tropical fruit plant enthusiast amongst my followers on my Myrciaria Vexator or blue jaboticaba. Don't think I've done an update this year at all. I think the updates were last year. It has survived the winter. It doesn't really do anything over winter. However, this spring it has flushed out twice for me. All these fresh green leaves here, these two shoots here, these shoots down here, these shoots here, these are all new growths that have just come out, and it's also flushed out a little bit earlier. About 2 months ago it put a flush out from which these growths are developed. Now it does have, seems to have a very weeping traits to it, but it's stayed healthy over winter. I've actually kept it inside. It hasn't come out at all this summer. I could bring it outside as long as I can find somewhere a little bit shady to put it. I think putting it in full sun would be a disaster, but I'm a bit short of space to put it amongst the other plants at the moment until I get some of the citrus gone. But at the moment it's sitting in my kitchen, which seems to be coping it quite well. It is very prone to mealybugs. I've just sprayed and wiped off a few. They don't seem to be causing it much harm, but clearly leaving mealybugs in your plants is not a good idea because they multiply at a quite a rapid rate. But as I said, it's got this sort of attractive weeping habit to it. I'm not going to say that that's what the normal growth habit is, and I've got a feeling these do tend to weep a little bit. Look, there's another mealybug down there that I'm going to remove in just a minute. Despite spraying, it's very easy to miss them. As I said, it's nice. It's flushed out twice this year. Obviously, like most of the jaboticaba family, the growth rate is horrendously slow, so you know, it's going to be quite possibly many years of trying to keep it alive before there's the slightest chance of seeing any fruit. But just keeping it alive is rewarding for me. I believe these can fruit a little bit sooner, and I believe they fruit on the smaller branches and stems rather than off the trunk. I don't think it's coliferous, although it might well, you know, it might produce flower buds off the main trunk as well, possibly, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But the main thing is it's alive, it's healthy, it's interesting. It's certainly one of my rarest and most unusual tropicals, so the fact that it stayed alive for me is very rewarding. I suspect it could do with a fresh pot of compost, but as it seems to be growing quite healthily at the moment, I've decided to shy away from repotting it and not take the chance, because quite often I repot tropicals and then they die on me. So I'm thinking it might be better off to leave this, as it seems to be surviving. I would think the pot's sort of quite acidic because it's got pine in it that will have been breaking down over time, and of course I've got perlite in it that doesn't break down. I think it needs quite an acidic soil. Has had a little bit of stem dieback, as you can see here. I haven't removed these yet, so it does get a little bit of stem dieback in winter, but it hasn't been terminal so far, so hopefully it will keep going. So that's my Myrciaria Vexator, the blue jaboticaba, and the berries are quite a turquoisey blue colour, I believe. Not turquoise, but certainly a nice bright blue colour, if the photographs online are to be believed. Anyway, thanks very much for watching the video. Please give me a thumbs up. You can share the video if you know anybody else is interested in these sort of fairly rare tropicals, or certainly rare in the UK. Please do subscribe to my channel, and remember that if you click on the bell, you'll know when new videos come out. And obviously late in the summer, if it's still looking alright, I will be doing an update on this plant. I'll see you all in the next video. Brett out for now.